welcome back to the channel. Ryan Wallace here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about how to invest in real estate in your 20s. Now, this is probably one of the biggest questions I get asked. Real estate is one of the biggest wealth building tools that's ever existed. If you get it right and you educate yourself on it, you can make millions. I'm on that journey myself. So if you're new here to the channel, please stick around, subscribe. If you don't know anything about me, go back to the very first video. This is not financial advice. It's not me sitting there going, this is what you need to do. You have different unique needs, different circumstances, different incomes, different debts. So I understand that. If you want me to actually help you one-to-one, feel free to drop us a DM on Instagram, comment below on YouTube. I'm happy to help you. But again, take it as you will. If you want to run with it, fantastic. If you don't, no problem. So, number one, it is so important, but it's your credit score. You do not want to be penalized and go and speak to a lender and then look at your credit history and your credit score and go, you know what? This person has got a terrible record. You're under a loss straight away. Now, in a previous video, I mentioned credit cards. Again, if used properly and not just to go on holiday, that can really help your credit score as well. Now, step two, start saving as soon as you possibly can. If you need to be a little bit more frugal and you don't need to go and spend money on things that you don't really need, start and really think. Again, in the last video, I spoke about sticking to a budget plan. If you can save 20% of your money that goes into your bank account, you will be able to save for a deposit in no time. Start and really be disciplined, because if you want to build wealth, you're going to have to make the decision now and start and save your money. That leads us on nicely to step number three. That is proof of income. So your proof of income is, if you're an employee, they're going to ask for 6 months bank statements. So you need to provide the bank and the lender 6 months of your bank statements. So that's where I said about being frugal, not going spending too much on things you don't need. If you can keep your expenses to a minimum and get your earnings to as high as you possibly can, if there's one person that is going to get the property, or two people or whatever, two is obviously better because you're getting a combined income. But if it's just yourself that's going to get this property, you need to increase your income to as much as you possibly can. When I went to get my first property, I absolutely killed it for them 6 months, because I knew that the lenders were going to say, how much have you made in that 6 months? Have you got proof? I increased my income to as much as I could, so my purchasing power was the highest it could be. It needs to be consistent. 6 months, a year, 2 years. If you're a business owner, it is a bit harder. They're going to maybe ask between 1 and 2 years of tax returns. So there's no hiding that. So if you're a business owner, don't try and throw loads of things to try and minimize your tax returns. Because yeah, you might get a lower tax bill, but then not be able to borrow as much when you actually want to go and get a mortgage. Step 4, get yourself pre-qualified. Go and speak to lenders. Even if you speak to 2 or 3 or 4 lenders and get pre-qualified, they want to secure you. So if you can, get pre-qualified on 2 or 3 different lenders. So many people go and find a house that they really want. And again, people used to do this in the car sales industry. People would come in and see a car that they love, test drive the car, lovely car, taking it out. They'd go and talk figures. The finance application would go through, and then they would find out that they had a really bad credit score. They'd leave going, well, I want that car. It's the same in real estate. People fall in love with properties and see such good deals. They haven't even found out if they can get the money in the first place to be able to get a house that they want. So once you've got your savings and once you've sorted your credit score out, get yourself pre-qualified, and then go and have a look at the house that you really want. Go and have a look at the different investment opportunities that are in an area that you want to invest in. Step 5 is do your research. Education is crucial in the real estate industry. You need to do your research. So whether that is researching your local market, reading the property investment books, going on seminars, networking with people, go and speak to people that you know that have actually already invested in property. Have a look for places that are going up in price. What new attractions, what new restaurants, where's going to be a good area to invest into. And ultimately, I'll then go to that area, go and do the viewings yourself. There might be a property that might look really good on Rightmove or Zoopla, but you might get there and it might be horrendous. Now, if it was me again, I would look for something that needs light upgrades, something that is fairly easy to do, but that you can add equity straight into that house pretty quickly. Now, step 6 is to make an offer. So you've found your lenders have all competed with each other, you've got the best interest rate for you and now you can make an offer. Don't go and outprice yourself. Don't have emotion going into the house. Again, like I said to you before, with the car industry, there would be people that would go, oh, I really want that car, I've drove that car. Make sure that you don't go and spend on emotion. Make sure it's calculated and stick within your budget of what you want to spend. But then also, don't lose a good deal and don't cost yourself in 20 and 30 years' time. If it is a very, very, very good deal and you still think it's worth that price, then go for it, by all means. Now, step 7, do inspections. Go and inspect the property. The old homeowners would have probably have done all their side anyway, but make sure all the inspections are getting done and make sure that everything is all as it should be. Now, step 8 is to close the deal. Lenders will want to do some checks. While they're doing all the checks on your background, your income, they'll want checks on the property too. The banks are happy, you're happy, the seller's happy, everything's all tied up nicely. Then you can go and close the deal. Now, step 9 is a very important one. You want to start renovating. This could be just little touch-ups, paint work, landscaping. All them things can add so much value to the property. The more you can add value to that house and the better the house actually looks, the more you can actually charge, the more you can put your rent to, because ultimately the more value you add to that home, you can increase your prices. The more you do it, the more you'll get better at it. Once you get your first one, the second one's always easier. And step 10 is the most crucial one of all, and it is find a tenant. Now, in the UK, you can use Rightmove, you can use Zoopla, you can get estate agencies to advertise your home, you can use Facebook. But if you want to go down the more traditional route, you can approach estate agencies, they can do it for you. Research your local agencies and see who you might want to work with. But if you prefer to do it yourself, again, it's totally up to you. So that's everything, guys. That's everything in today's video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. I'm going to be posting 2 times a week, every single week. So if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to the channel because it means so much. And again, I look forward to seeing you in the next video.